You are joined by the Wrestling Summit Roundtable of the DMV. We got somebody from each prominent show right here. We got the Nephew Corey from the firm, E-Rock from the podcast of Pain, and yours truly, Mr. Main Event Brian Waters. Now, guys, what do you guys think? Raw is going 3 hours. You got Money in the Bank coming up. Obviously, it's hot out here, so you know what that means. That also great pay-per-view I love titled SummerSlam. What do you guys see? What's the direction of the business for the summer 2012?
Summer 2012. The past couple of years they've had the big summer angles. They have Nexus in 2010. They had the Summer Punk in 2011. Not really clear where they're going with a big angle. I know there's some rumors that they would want to do that. I personally enjoy the big angles to give you something exciting about the summer. Maybe what they're just going to do with Broncos and Triple H, but I don't know. I think we'll see at the 1000th Raw if we get to something more important.
It's funny you touched on that for the 1000th Raw. I really think, and you guys may disagree or may agree. I think we get somebody cashing in that night.
Okay.
That's where I think they're going. It'll be interesting to tell. Right now we've got, as of tonight, SmackDown, which I won't spoil it, but we've got 4 people in each side so far. Hopefully they add at least 2 more on each side.
You can go ahead and tell them.
Oh yeah, well, from what I saw, Cody Rhodes unfortunately is not in the Money in the Bank as of right now.
And that's your guy.
Yeah.
Ryder didn't get it either.
Yeah, Sandow was in.
Sandow's in, which I like. I like Sandow in.
Tyson Kidd's in.
I like
Tyson Kidd is in. Yeah, that's interesting. I want to see where they go with that, but I think Cody makes his way in.
Yeah, I think he does too.
I think he makes his way in, and I think that's our guy, really. I think he's going to be filling in what Wade is supposed to be doing, because I don't think Wade will be ready by the end of the summer. Right. So I think Cody is the guy, and I think we see Cody cash in on the World Heavyweight Champion, whoever it may be.
Ready?
Absolutely.
For the main event.
Absolutely.
You don't think he needs?
You asked that question a year and a half ago, maybe. I would have said been with you, but no. He's ready. He's got the character. He's got the skills.
Yep.
If you're not gonna put the belt on now, you can put it on later. But he's ready for it.
This is what he reminds me of, guys. He reminds me of Daniel Bryan back in December.
Okay.
If you would have said Daniel Bryan was going to cash it in that night, we would have said, yeah, we know he's ready, but we wouldn't have thought that maybe people with the masses would have been ready for it. But when he got it, he took the ball and he ran with it. And that's exactly what I see with Cody Rhodes. If he gets that ball and runs with it, without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah. I think the guy that has to be worried right now, in a sense, is Dolph Ziggler. And the reason why, and I left Dolph, but right now, Cody is getting all of the attention. And with them being very similar as far, not necessarily gimmick-wise, but placement-wise of where they are in the roster, Cody is slowly and surely going up, and his stock is rising by the minute. And I really see him being the guy. I don't see Punk losing anytime soon, for the simple fact he's got a DVD coming out, and he's on the cover of the video game. I think for sales alone, they're keeping the belt on at least to November. You heard me say it.
Do you guys want to see Punk have a similar to Bruno Sammartino run or Bob Backlund?
For time constraints, as I would think. I would think not now.
Yeah, no, not now. And compared to what they've been, he's had a long run. I mean, obviously not as long as a Bruno.
Absolutely.
But compared to some of the past where they play hot potato with the title, he's had a real long run. I've been satisfied. Yeah, I've been satisfied though. I mean, JBL was all the way back in 04, so I've been satisfied with his run. It's been a great run and a long one. So honestly, I like him as champion, but if they're going to end it, if they're going to do it with the right person, that's fine.
So this is why I asked the real Dwayne Allen the other day on the Wrestling Realm. And since I'm standing up here alongside some other intelligent wrestling fans and wrestling analysts, because you guys, for those who don't know, check out the firm. Wrestling Marks of Excellence on Blog Talk Radio.
Always great.
Check out Podcast The Pain on Spreaker.com. But when you look at Punk, we thought about if John Cena would become the Money in the Bank winner, right? Then they would all of and try to reprogram the crowd to like him again to go out the window. But if you can Punk, would you ever see Punk maybe making a heel turn while during his championship reign and stay successful? Do you think that would be possible?
I don't think during the championship run, but if they're going to do Austin Punk, they're going to have to do a little bit of healing. And I feel like Punk would go towards that. I'm still kind of, when he came back after leaving the WWE, as the cult of personality, the whole idea of a cult of personality is that he's using them. So, much like Kevin Steen, we found out last week that he's been using them. I mean, that's the whole thing.
That's why I think they're going there too. So I really think,
like, if they're going to turn him heel, they could just use that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think, I totally 100% agree. I don't think a Punk heel turn during the title run would work. I think more so where they need to go. I think what's going to happen, that's my boy Jason, what's going to happen is that Cena is more, I think if anybody can afford, and I've always said this here like that, Money in the Bank winners should never lose. I think the mystique of that, of the Money in the Bank, they should never lose. However, if somebody can afford to lose, it's Cena.
And it would go along with how much he's been losing or at least getting dominated for the past couple of months.
Absolutely.
And if anybody's going to lose cashing the Money in the Bank, they have to have a real concrete plan, like they did with Christian losing the world title, turn him heel and make him a big focus.
Absolutely.
I still don't agree with it.
Eventually, somebody's going to lose. And I think what you said that
I think eventually it's going to happen.
Yeah, and I think
whether we want it to or not.
Exactly. And I think it would be the two people, John Cena or Chris Jericho, because Jericho goes on and on about how he invented it.
Absolutely.
Why not say, well, you invented it, but what better way for people to have more, heat on him now against them? Say, yeah, you invented it, but look at it. You still ain't winning the tournament. I mean, cash is successful. So, and that's a good point that you bring up. That's somebody else that I thought about too. Was that where do they ever go with Chris Jericho for inventing the match in the first place? They keep pulling it back out. Right, and like E-Rock and Charlie Speed said on a podcast for Pain the other night, they said there's two people out there you can see one. Don't want to see. Don't want to see. Really don't, but Charlie said he didn't want to see Cena. Everybody wants to see Jericho. But now, since I got E-Rock right here, I got Nephew Corey, Rey Mysterio, Miz. What does this do for either one of them? Because I could see both of them winning and not successfully passing out.
I think it would hurt. It would hurt Miz.
Yeah, I 100% agree.
Mysterio, it wouldn't make a difference if he can't.
But I don't know why they would do that with Mysterio.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it just, to me, putting Mysterio in that situation wouldn't be good. But, like Corey said, Miz would hurt him because he was champion, but he kind of needs it again.
Right.
Man,
looking at him like, man, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Money in the Bank is definitely gained some prestige over the past couple of years.
It's the end all be all. Like I've been saying before, to me, on a personal note, I really don't think, as I just said, I don't think anybody should ever lose Money in the Bank. That's me. I think the mystique of it, of knowing, okay, this is going to be the guy. When is he going to do it?
Doesn't matter. He's going to do it.
He's going to do it. And that's what I like about it.
Oh, yeah. Right.
That's what I like about it. However, it's like we said before, if somebody was to lose, it's got to be a top-tier guy that won't suffer from it. Because that would be the end of it. Whoever loses Money in the Bank, they're not top-tier, like, main event. That's the end of their career. They can never be taken seriously.
Now let's take wrestling television a step further.
Okay.
That's Kevin Kelly.
It is not Kevin Kelly.
You should have got that, Drew.
It's all right. He got us.
Let's take wrestling intelligence a step further. Okay. So, for your WrestleMania experience, your first one was 25.
Yep.
You saw the last Money in the Bank. Did that take away not seeing any more?
I think what happened, there was already rumblings in 2010 that they were going to do a Money in the Bank. They were going to do one for their own pay-per-view. I think the problem that we run into is that I think they took some of the prestige away when they didn't let Swagger cash it in at the pay-per-view.
Okay.
They set it up perfectly with Edge spearing Jericho through the table, all of that. And literally, we were sitting in there calling for it. And everybody's sitting there like, okay, where's Jack Swagger? I think the way Jack Swagger cashed in the Money in the Bank was weak. They booked his entire title run weak. And he's suffering for it even now 2 years later, he's still suffering.
I agree, suffering. My co-host who happens to be near us does not like Jack Swagger. Does not like Jack Swagger.
Jack Swagger's biggest fan.
Come on in. Please come in.
I could listen to Jack Swagger.
Jack Swagger is the worst thing to happen to professional wrestling in the past 20 years. He is an idiot. He's a bad wrestler. His haircut's stupid. I hate the way he comes to the ring. Everything about him is bad. He needs to be fired, and that's that.
Wait a minute. We got somebody from the Mad Naughty. Come in here. Please come in.
I apologize for what the gentleman just said.
It's all true. I'm sorry.
Jack Swagger is one of the best things going in WWE.
That's me, Heath Slater. Woo! One-man band.
Number one man band. No, never. That guy's terrible.
He is terrible. He's a
Vader at 60.
Slater.
Swagger or Slater?
Swagger's worse.
Swagger's worse. I hate Swagger.
How can you say Jack Swagger is worse?
I'd rather watch
Hey, Jason. Hey, Jason, come here, man. Come here.
See, it gets
Yo,
better.
if Charlie was in the
It gets better
room,
and
if
better.
Charlie was in the room with Hitler and Jack Swagger and had 2 bullets, he would shoot Jack Swagger twice.
And try to pick up the bullet and shoot him again.
Yeah.
We have a bunch of people here that thinks that Jack Swagger is terrible, dog.
This is the most pressed Jack
He's a former world champion, okay?
That doesn't mean anything.
So is David Arquette.
That was Great Khali.
Don't do it.
He's terrible. He's terrible.
I'd rather watch
Jack
Great
Swagger's-
Khali
Jack
wrestle
Swagger's good.
anyone in the world than
Punjabi?
watch Jack Swagger
Prison?
do anything.
You take the great Khali over Jack Swagger.
That's
I
done.
would.
That is done.
Can I check your
You
blood
don't
pressure?
know.
Can I check your blood pressure? Are you okay?
You don't think
Where's Swagger drawing it?
Right here,
He can draw
baby.
in Perry, Oklahoma, where he's from.
And here.
he's an all-American, baby.
JR draws
How can you
there.
say
He's a great amateur wrestler.
Khali draws in a whole
there's like 5 people
just saying.
legitimately. I'm talking about legitimately. There's like 5 people
so who
legitimately
do you
that can wrestle
think
better than Jack Swagger.
Swagger time.
You're right. But the character.
Everybody get in here talking about Jack Swagger.
No, they can kill his character. I mean, that all Americans they died when Kurt Angle left.
So can we
Maybe
agree
he
that Jack
catch him.
Swagger is drawing enough heat right now?
No,
Not because of the sun.
By the way, I was at the SmackDown taping, and Charlie's not going to agree with me, but he got better on the mic to me. That promo he cut
That
before
was
Triple H
pretty
came out,
good.
that was a lot
That
better
was
than his
pretty
usual
good.
Triple H had
stuff.
to do what he did.
what are you talking about? When he was in ECW, he was fine.
Well, yeah,
When they first pushed him to be world champion, he was fine. When they paired him up with Vicky, his career went downhill.
don't shake your head because you liked him when he was the ECW champion too.
He was. He was hilarious.
How do you have your own mascot?
Come on, dog. The Swagger Soaring Eagle.
Well, that was terrible.
That was gold. I will give that. I'll give.
Shout out to Chavo Guerrero. That was gold.